Okay, I think we are live now. Let me just quickly set to do not disturb. Okay. All right. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. Tonight, I will be celebrating the yesterday's launch of Glitcheon a little bit, and just kind of go through how the launch went, show off some of the analytics from itch and from YouTube and so on. And later on in the stream, I'll be checking out some of the cool stuff in the game and show off some secrets that maybe some people don't know yet. And before I start, I want to start with looking at the Steam page, because a little earlier than the itch launch, we also launched on Steam. And I just wanted to say, if you haven't yet, please head over to the Steam page. It's in the description, the link, and just give it a wish list, because that would really help us out. By the way, if the stream is going, please let me know, because somehow YouTube shows me that there's no data. Oh yeah, okay, no, I have a very good connection, it says. Okay, cool, then let's dive right into it. I'm also in the voice chat in our Discord, so if you want to join the conversation or talk yourself, you can do that by just hopping in onto the voice chat. If you're not on our Discord yet, please consider joining. The link to that is in the description as well. And if you haven't played our demo that we released yesterday on itch.io, please head over to riverforge.itch.io/Glitcheon. So this is the page that we launched yesterday. And all in all, if you're curious, I must say that the launch went pretty well. I'm quite happy with it. It was definitely a really fun day. And yeah, let's just look into some of the stuff that has happened. We launched at 10 o'clock in the morning, and throughout the day we've just been active all day on our Discord server and on the itch page and in YouTube comments and so on, just talking to people and so forth, because there was of course a lot of attention. One thing that really helped us out was that my good friend Jonas Tyrola, who is really close to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube right now, actually made a video with us together where it's almost all about Glitcheon, and we can watch that a little bit later here as well. And of course that got a lot of reactions and a lot of comments, and since the link is right here in the description, also if you haven't joined WoWJam yet, join WoWJam 3, it's going to be really fun. Yeah, but here's also the link to our page that leads you right here. So of course that got us a lot of initial traffic, and that helped a lot with getting our game popular. Now in the thumbnail you might have seen that our game right now is on the top of itch.io, not necessarily on the front page at the moment, though it was there in the fresh games sections for a little bit. But if we look in if we look in games and then we check out new and popular. Oh, okay, so now it's second place, but for a good while it has been first place in new and popular. And of course that's been really great for us. Yan with long hair looks weird, to be honest. Okay. I'll take that as an offense. Okay, that's your opinion. I just have I cut my hair once a year, so it's like I have short hair in the summer, and then towards the winter it just grows long, and then I cut it again because I can't be bothered to go to the hairdresser all the time. And right now, of course, you cannot go to the hairdresser anyway, so yeah, there you go. Cool. So this is where we land, and of course that makes us very visible on itch.io as well. So while in the beginning we got a lot of traffic from Jonas' video, throughout the day it shifted towards getting more traffic on itch.io as well. And here we go. That's basically our analytics right now. Let me refresh that to see if that's updated a little bit maybe. Actually, really cool thing to start with is that 2 people actually used this little support the game button here, and sent us some money. So whoever you are, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated, and we will put that money to good use for like marketing and so on. So that's very nice. Thanks a lot. So we have 1,669 nice views, and 137 downloads, but a very interesting number is here the browser plays, of course, because if you add this to this number, then you have the overall players that we could garner from this demo launch, and that's just in the first 1.5 days. So I would say that's pretty good. I don't think I've ever quite had such good stats for an itch release. Maybe for the one, I think probably for the one where Jonas and Noah Callis, Blackthorn Prod, where we did this game together called Nursery Curse. So maybe for that one the initial launch was a little bit better, but then again that's also with 2 people who both have their own star power and who are both very popular themselves. So considering that we're just 3 guys, just River, Barnacle and me, who are all not having like a massive following or anything, I would say these numbers are actually very good. And a lot of that is, of course, thanks to Jonas' initial push with this video, which then over time translated into more and more organic traffic from itch.io. So thanks a lot. Definitely big shout out to Jonas Tyrola here, as if he needs a shout out from me. But you know, like a lot of our success, we probably have to thank him for giving us that big initial push. Alright, so let's take a look at some more specific statistics. Oh yeah, we got like 9 ratings. We can also take a look at those ratings. Thanks to everyone who rated, mostly very high ratings, all 4 and 5 stars. That's amazing. So yeah, thank you a lot to all the people. That's very kind of you. Ratings definitely help us, so if you haven't rated yet, please just give us a rating. Oh yeah, funny music time, by the way. Alright, and we are also in 15 collections. We can check those out. So a bunch of people have added us to their collections as well, which is nice. Hey, Casper. Watson in the chat says, well, it's also a pretty amazing game, so that helps as well. Yeah, of course. So, I mean, thank you very much. That's a nice compliment. But also, yeah, of course, if you show up with like a really bad-looking game or something like that, even in Jonas' video, that likely won't get you a lot of attention. Or people will just be confused as to like, why is he featuring this dumb game? So I guess it helps that we actually put a lot of effort into the game itself. So our effort is necessary, but without his post, we also wouldn't have had that initial push. So it's a combination. Oh, someone said on Discord, really liked the game a lot. Thank you very much. The controls felt easy. Everything was so good, especially the Jonas ads. Yeah. Looking forward for the Steam page. Oh, the Steam page is live right now, and you can actually wishlist the game on Steam. So this is what it looks like already, which would really help us out. So if you do, thank you very much. The link to the Steam page should be all the way at the top in the description of the stream. So check it out and leave us a wish list. That would really help. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so let's look at these things a little bit here. As you can see, oh yeah, by the way, the 7-day impressions, really nice how much impressions we're getting from itch alone. So that's also something, like the video gave us that initial push, and later on it just rolled over into this organic traffic because we show up here, new and popular. And popular, I think we're also pretty far at the top. Yeah, we show up here. So that's like, I don't know, some kind of all-time popular or something like that. Not sure, but yeah, that's pretty awesome. Of course, if we filter for web games, then we're right on the first page. And I imagine that a lot of people just filter for web games because they don't want to download stuff. So it's definitely good that we have web build. Hello, FJB. Welcome. I'm just checking out some of the analytics right now for the itch page. And oh yeah, see, like I refresh and I already got new views here, so that's pretty cool. Our click-through rate is pretty good. That's fairly common for a game that just launched, I think. At least in previous games for game jams and such, I had similar click-through rates. I don't know about your games, but for me that's been similar. And I think it's been higher in the beginning because of the massive amount of clicks that we got from the video on Jonas' channel, and from Twitter, and from our trailer and so on. Okay, goodbye, Manas. Cool. So let's now finally actually look at these. So as you can see, on the first day, we got a lot more views than on the second day, because the first day is already fully over, and the second day is still ongoing. But then again, the first day was also a bit shorter because it started at 10 AM, whereas this day started at 1 AM, I think. So you can see already how it's dropping off a little bit, but I think that's okay. The drop off is not that big. So I'm assuming that the next days it will kind of go like this in terms of how the graph looks. And yeah, so then we have the downloads. Again, more downloads on the first day than on the second day, but still pretty decent in terms of how many downloads we got today as well. And the browser plays, of course, a huge thing with the WebGL build. I don't think you can get that many plays if you don't have a WebGL build that easily. So that definitely helps a lot. If you can make a WebGL build, I would say go for it. Payments aren't dropping off. That's all what matters. I mean, payments... you could say that, but the first payment I think was actually $5, and the second payment was 1 and 1 cent for some reason. So take that for what you want. Also, hi Harsh, haven't been around in a while. Good to see you. Cool, yeah, and then these payments here, yeah, okay, like 2 people paid. Those statistics don't tell you a lot because of small numbers, but thank you a lot to those who paid. That's very nice of you, of course. And then we can go for more detailed statistics as to where the people came from who came to our page. And as you can see, most are coming from YouTube still. So it's still like the big number is the YouTube, but right after that is itch. And if you look here, there's a bunch more itch. So if you count all the itch up to into one number, then it's actually more than YouTube at this point. So YouTube, probably mostly this video, might be some others as well. And then itch, this is, I guess this is like the home page for people, so they're just getting it in their personal recommended from their accounts. Harsh says, yeah, schoolwork, been taxing lately. Oh man, that sucks. I hope it gets more relaxed again. Yeah. So, what is this video actually? That's probably Jonah's video, right? Let me take a look. Yeah, that's Jonah's video. And then people Googling Glitcheon, I guess, find us. And if I just go into Google right now, and I Google Glitcheon, it's not loading very fast here. I will do that in a sec. So I think, yeah, you can find our itch page very quickly if you just Google the name of our game, which is good. Apparently we chose a pretty decent name because it shows up on Google easily. I think there are like some, for some reason there are some Pokemon that also show up. I don't know what that's all about, but yeah. Okay, I think I'm dropping out for a bit here. Let's wait a bit until this issue is over. My computer has been having some troubles lately. Sometimes it just gets stuck for a while. Sorry about that. That's annoying. Okay, be right back. I hope this issue gets resolved soon. Sometimes you can only wait. Okay, I think we should be back. All right, I think we've been out for a little bit. Sorry about that. Sometimes happens that my computer just gets stuck for random reasons, I don't know. But we should be back now. So, sorry about that. Are we back? Okay, I think we're going again, right? Can someone confirm that in chat? Yeah, we're going. Okay. Man, that's annoying. Thanks for sticking around through these technical issues. My computer sometimes has some problems. Anyway. Cool. Okay. Yeah. All right. Nice. Let's read up on chat real quickly. I have a lot of tabs. I have more tabs open on my main browser. Yeah, what I wanted to do is I wanted to Google Glitcheon to show you what happens when you Google Glitcheon at the moment. The first thing is this page, so that's amazing. That's exactly what we want. The second one is our Twitter, which is also nice, and then the third is our Steam page, so that's perfect. And then there's some other whatever pages, I don't care, but like this is pretty good. Images, somehow you get a lot of these Pokemon things. I don't know what's up with that. I guess there's like some kind of fan Pokemon where they call it Glitcheon, of like some kind of version of Eevee or something. I don't know. But you definitely see some of our Glitcheon in between there, so yeah. Cool, and then what did I want to get into here? So that's from Google, some from Twitter. Twitter is not nearly as much as I thought in the beginning. It's nice we got some for sure. But I guess it's just a little bit hard to get people off of Twitter and onto other platforms, because Twitter obviously doesn't want to send traffic away from their page, because then people aren't using Twitter anymore but some other pages, and that's how it's getting a little bit hard to get people off of Twitter and onto other pages. And maybe also people who use Twitter are not as likely to want to not use Twitter anymore and go off. And a lot of Twitter viewers view from their phones. That makes sense. Yeah, thanks, Harsh. On DuckDuckGo, our Jam version is still the first one. Second one is the new version then. Then there's some new YouTube video that we can also check out later if we want to. And then there's a bunch of other pages. The Steam page, oh no, actually the Steam page is first. I just totally overlooked that because there was this random crap. But okay, yeah, so the Steam page is the first thing on DuckDuckGo, which is also nice. I use Brave, the Brave browser, for some things. For example, I use the Brave browser right now for the stream, while having the private stuff running on Firefox at the moment. But yeah, Brave's a nice browser. Cool, okay. And then there's a bunch of different itch searches, I guess, and we can look at those real quickly. Okay, so this is just from River's page, from this here. So some people coming from River's page directly. Quite a lot, actually. It's kind of interesting. Then new and popular, as I mentioned, we're like all the way at the top for new and popular, right here, so that's amazing. itch.io/games, so that's just what you see when you go to the popular games, and since we're fairly far up there, that's pretty nice. So some people come from there as well. I guess that's a page that a lot of people check out. And that's just our link. I don't know how that works. That's people coming from the Jam version, and let me show you why that is the case. Hey, Green Goblin, that's my brother in chat. Hello. So here we go. That's kind of what we changed this to. Just like a big disclaimer that this is an old version and that you can get to the new, way better version here. So yeah, that's also cool that this worked and that people are not just playing the Jam version now. And then of course if you filter for HTML5 on the itch page, then we're pretty far up as well. Right, and if you go to new and popular HTML5, of course people do that as well, and we're pretty far up as well. And then there's the platformer genre. Of course, that's also platformer genre, first one, right away, in popular, not even new in popular. So yeah, it's pretty amazing. And then people searching for Glitcheon on itch.io, and that's pretty much only us and some creator who's called Glitche. And yeah, and then it drops off after that. So, but a lot of different searches on itch.io are leading to our page, which is pretty cool. And there's one other YouTube video. Hey, no, that's the same. Ah, that's from mobile. So people coming from mobile on Jonas' video, also a few. Okay. And then we have 5 Linux downloads. I would say it's always worth it if you can to make a Linux build. There's always a subset of people who use Linux, so that's cool that they're also able to get it. We did our Linux build kind of last minute, and we just tested it with Manas. So thank you, Manas, for testing our Linux build. And after he said that things basically work, we just uploaded it. And I think that's worth it for the Linux users. And then there's 132. That's still, of course, the vast majority of people use Windows. So yeah. Wait, I haven't read this yet. Funny story. A friend sent a screenshot in the school group that he wasn't able to join a meeting. Noticed a butt ton of YouTube tabs were also open. What do people do while in online class? Yeah. That's probably what's happening a lot. Probably also in home offices and so. But, you know, as long as you still kind of get your stuff done, I think that's nothing to worry about. Yeah, and then here we have the payments. As I mentioned, one was for $5 and one for $1 and a cent. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Again, thanks to those. One of them downloaded, one of them, I guess, just played on web. Alright, that's our itch analytics all broken down for you. I think you can also do this graph by day thing. Yeah, and here you can see YouTube, first day, more YouTube, second day, more itch, and I think that balance is going to go more and more towards itch if everything goes well. How much time does it take to make art assets? It depends on the art assets. Some take me... like, it depends on how complex they are, so it kind of really, yeah. Some of those textures that are on the 3D models, they really take a lot of time and might take me like multiple days. As in, like multiple sessions, right? I don't like draw for 24 hours on them, but like a couple hours. I know that painting the Neolite City complete asset with the background and all the individual buildings and so on, that took like 13 hours. But then there are also some that go incredibly quickly, that are just done in a couple minutes or done in 20 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. It really depends on which asset it is and if there's already work that I've put into similar assets that I can kind of take over into it. So it really depends. I don't know, I've got some, I guess, got some streams on my YouTube channel that you can check out right now, where I actually paint some of these assets. So there you can just kind of see how I do it and how long it takes me. So yeah, that's what that looks like. And now we're getting to the YouTube section of this stream, because I think we've checked this out pretty much on itch, what it looks like and so on. So let's go to YouTube. So Jonas' video that he made with us, I can get into a little bit how that came to be. So Jonas and I, if you don't know, we are both friends from university, and we're in good contact with each other. We like to help each other out. You know, sometimes I give him my opinion on will you snail things, or on YouTube stuff. Sometimes we do game jams together and so on. We're just good buddies, and it's always nice to work together. So actually, at some time, he suggested to me, hey, when you launch your demo on itch, why don't we do a video together? And I was, of course, immediately hooked on that idea because it's incredibly beneficial to us, but it also just seemed like a fun thing to do. And so the conversation kind of started. I talked to my team, to River and Barnacle, about it, and they were both super stoked, obviously. So we said, yeah, let's do it, and we immediately started like coming up with ideas for like what the video could be about and so on. Later on in a meeting together, settled on the idea of just doing a speedrun competition with each other, and also some interview parts in between and so on, some documentation, so a little bit of infotainment, with a strong call to action for like checking out the game yourself in the end. So that's how that kind of went down. And then basically we just sent Jonas a lot of footage that he could use. I think we must have sent him definitely multiple hours of footage. The video gets so intense in the end. Oh yes, it did. He's really good. So like Jonas has, of course, a lot of practice. He's had this channel for a couple of years now, and before having this channel, not everyone knows this, but before having this channel, he had a German YouTube channel as well for way longer than I even know him. So he's just got a lot of practice at making these really catchy, highly intense YouTube videos that are just super entertaining to watch. And in the end of the video, he just goes into this sports commentator thing, and I absolutely love it. The first time when we watched that together, that was just so much fun. We watched it together basically on like a website where you can time it to be exactly at the same time. Tell us about your experience of working in a team. Yeah, it's an interesting topic. So, working in a team is basically my default mode. I really like working in a team. I don't like doing something completely solo as much. Because like it's a lot slower. You cannot show your stuff off to your teammates all the time. You have a harder time getting feedback. You have to do everything yourself, even the things that you're not as good at. And yeah, so it's just, to me, teamwork, if you have a good team, is definitely the optimal way. And that's also what I've always been doing, except for a couple of projects. But like most of my games that I've contributed to were actually made in teams. And this is true for Glitcheon, of course, as well. We're 3 people. We met each other at the WoW Jam 2.0, as is explained in this video. And it's just, to me, it's just more fun. It's faster. You have to organize a little more, I guess. And yeah, but like, I also like to organize teams. I guess I have a little bit of a talent for organizing teams. I've done it for quite a while during my studies as well. This kind of like game production side of things. And I think, yeah, I kind of like that, actually. I like to have a good structural plan of everything. And we have a big Miro board where we organize everyone's tasks and so on. Yeah, for me that's just a good way to work. I don't know. And it's been really nice with River and Barnacle. They've both done an outstanding job, so yeah, big props to them as well. Okay, see ya, Blender Shrimp. Okay, right, so this video, I think for Jonas' channel right now, with his nearly 100,000 subs, it doesn't perform as well as his other videos. So if you look at Jonah's channel right now, take a quick look into that. His other vids, they're a little bit more popular, or a lot more popular. I mean, like, there's also videos with like this amount of views, and I think that's mostly because people are just going away from the video and into this and click on these links. And YouTube's algorithm, YouTube's recommendations, they probably just punish that. So I suppose it's because of that, because I don't think it's necessarily the thumbnail. I don't think it's the title. I think those are pretty good. Correct me if you think I'm wrong, but I think it's mostly that it's just sending away traffic to both WowieJam and Glitcheon as well. If we check out WowieJam, he definitely benefited from that a lot as well. I think before the video it was closer to 1,100 or something like that, and now it's just jumped up a lot. So I hope it's not such a big problem for Jonas that this video is not doing as well as his other videos did. For us it's certainly fine because we got a lot of traffic from it. So yeah, but still, it got a lot of comments, as you would expect, and it got a bunch of views, much more than we could have ever gotten ourselves. So again, thank you, Jonas. Alright, so that's Jonas' video. How much time should I, as a 13-year-old boy, spend on screen? Manas, I really cannot answer that for you. How much... I don't know. I'm not your dad. Ask your parents. They will tell you. Okay, and then another thing that I wanted to look at is actually a video that I uploaded to my channel yesterday. This is the Glitcheon. This is the Glitcheon trailer that we made in collaboration, or mostly Ianjo made this actually. So this person, the way we came together was we were posting, no, we weren't posting, he was posting on Jonas' Discord server in the looking for team section. Oof, Funktion. What's up? And basically writing, okay, I want to edit someone's video. So, like, do you have footage that you need to be edited into the video? I just want to edit someone's video. And I was like, yeah, that's perfect, because we actually need a trailer and I don't have time to do it. So I reached out to him and we got together pretty quickly. Turns out he just really wanted to edit some videos. That's cool, perfect, exactly what we needed, and that's how we got together. And it's been great. He's sent a couple versions, we've asked for a couple improvements, and he's always just delivered and done that pretty quickly. The experience has been absolutely great to work with Angel, so can only recommend it. Check out his YouTube channel. And if you need some editing, it's a good contact, so yeah. Also uploaded it to his channel. It's got a little more views on mine. I guess I just have more subscribers than he has. And also our video from my channel is obviously on our page, so there you go. Angel is epic, yes. And we got a couple of nice comments here, some from you guys as well. I try to reply to every comment that I get, which still works. Like I haven't gotten so many comments that it's not possible anymore. So yeah, but it's been pretty nice, going pretty well for a video on my channel. Having 160 views is definitely not bad. And now that we're at it, we can also look at the video analytics for our trailer. So let me just refresh the page here, just in case they've gone up a little bit. So that's kind of the view graph. Got a lot in the beginning, of course, and then it tapers off a little bit. But what's interesting to me is that it keeps going in a straight line. So usually what I would expect is that it has a push in the beginning and then it just tapers off and then it just goes pretty much straight. But so far that hasn't happened yet, so it's quite interesting that it's still going up. Watch time for a 30-minute video, you have to a 30-second video you have to consider. It's a very short trailer, right? Of almost an hour, so take that for what you want it. And then the percentage of the people who still watch the trailer is pretty much consistently, yeah, it's consistently above 50%, so even at the very end, still half the people are watching, so I would say that performs very well for a trailer. People are not dropping off so quickly. So Manas is asking something, I think, what can you do best? Art, audio, code, or something else? From my perspective, that's actually a little bit hard to answer. So I am a professional programmer, like I'm doing programming in C# and Unity for my job. But for Glitcheon, I'm mostly doing the art, and I've done art for longer than any of the others. But I also specialize in audio and making music. I've been making music and sound design for over 10 years. So, and I also find that I have a bit of a knack at just organizing teams, as I mentioned earlier. So I don't know which one I'm best at. I like to be well-rounded and have my talents in various areas. And see, like Watson in the chat right now just says all of the above. By the way, that's a friend who I've also worked with on various games before. So yeah, thanks, Watson. Yeah, but you don't need to be jealous. I just have some practice. That's basically it. I just practiced a lot and all of those things. So yeah, I guess you can confirm that, Watson. Yeah, see, I guess I like to kind of even out these things, and I just find all of them pretty interesting and fun to do. And it's also useful to be able to do all of those as an indie developer, because then you don't depend on the work on others all the time. So there you go. I could technically make a full game on my own, but then there's this thing that I just like to work in teams so much that I prefer that and do that mostly. Yeah, and then you can see like reach of the video. You get some impressions, click-through rate of 11%, which is pretty good. That's actually really way better than for the rest of my channel. It's probably because of the itch page, I would guess. Yeah, that's the views, and most people coming from external, which makes sense because that's our itch page, basically, I would guess. Yeah, so that's mostly our itch page, a little bit. I don't know what it means for traffic to be external, but still from YouTube. Not all details of a referral are known. Okay, so maybe sometimes it just doesn't know. That's fine. And then some people from Gmail. We've been sending some emails with the trailer link, so that's what that is. The emails were mostly to like press people and YouTubers and so on, hoping to get coverage there. Not a lot has happened on that end yet, but who knows, that might still happen. Then that's from other videos, so that's actually in the recommended bar here, 1 year of intentional bugs later, but that's not very common, so mostly it's external. People coming from my channel page, which makes sense because it's now the channel trailer that I put there, so. And then there's browse features. Browse features, I don't know, traffic from the homepage, subscription feed. Okay, so that's that kind of stuff. Yeah, so that's just suggested in the subscription feed and so on. Direct or unknown notifications tapers off at that point. So yeah, then we have click-through rate, as I mentioned before, it's pretty amazing. 11%, 13% now. That's a very good click-through rate, but it's probably because so many are coming from the itch page. Where I don't know if that counts as an impression to YouTube as well, because I don't know how YouTube would get that someone is coming from that. Maybe it's calculating something out, but I don't know. That's just my guess that it's so high because of that. Or maybe it's because it's just 30 seconds and people are like, okay, what the hell, I'm just gonna watch this, it's so short. So it's just a better conversion rate than when the stream is like 2 hours long or something like that. Okay, and then yeah, we got this retention graph, which I said very good. I mean, it's a very short trailer, so that's definitely beneficial, but I also think that Iandro did a nice job in editing it so that it stays entertaining for a long time, and that people just watch through the thing. Yeah, and that's just how the watch time hours went up. I mean, it's almost at 1 hour for a 30-second video. That's pretty good. Average duration of 20 seconds, 18 seconds. That's also nice. For like, always have to consider like the percentage of that, right? Like 13 seconds for a longer video is bad, but for this short video, it's good. And then this is interesting because usually to all my streams and to most of my other videos and so on, most people are actually subscribers. But for this video it was the other way around, and I guess that's just because of our itch page again, because that's where most traffic comes from. And people come from Jonas' video to our itch page, and from itch to our itch page and so on, and those are not necessarily subscribed. So I guess that's how this is coming about, and that's of course not happening with my streams, so there you go. Yeah, and then there's just not enough data for age and gender stuff and so on, but I'm guessing that it's mostly male and mostly in my age group, because that's the average for my channel. How many wish lists do you have at the time? It's going fairly well. I can't tell you an exact number though, because you can only refresh it once a day or something like that. Like it only refreshes once a day and then you can look. So I don't know at the moment. And also I cannot check it because that's limited to the publisher, I think. And the publisher who also paid for the page and so on is River. So he checks it out and tells us every now and then, but if I told you now, the numbers wouldn't be accurate anymore, so can't really say. It's been 50 at one point, it's been more than that later. It might be double that now, but I don't really know. Okay, yeah, so that's for the trailer and for Jonas' video here. And then I wanted to show just like, we also got some videos from smaller YouTubers, I guess. And yeah, this one I haven't watched yet, so we can just watch that together. Why not? Could be fun. I think it's just a playthrough. And then we have this one, which is the current world record, and I want to show this off. This pretty wild what people already are doing with the game. After a day or so, people are already doing some pretty crazy speedrun tricks, so that's very cool. Big respect to Dranoel here. So yeah, let's watch some videos. I'm going to turn off the stream music for that. And we can watch some of these videos. Is there a speedrun counter you can activate in-game? Yes! If you check out the, like here in the menu, there's this little controls button. You can check out all the controls and alternate controls and so on, and there it also says which key to activate the speedrun counter. It is 9, I believe. The number 9. Yeah. If you don't know how to do something in the game, or if you want to check out if there's some kind of alternative key, or if you want to check out the controller controls, because it also works with an Xbox controller, you can click on this little button here, and that basically shows you all the controls that are in the game. Yeah, okay, let's watch some videos. Let's just start, I guess. We'll just start with the trailer real quickly, because I'm proud of how it turned out, and if you haven't watched it yet, well, that's pretty loud.
Connect everyone around the globe. The forum.
Yeah, it's pretty nicely cut, I think. Shows a lot of action, and I think it flows pretty well.
Things are getting weird out here.
The music is just a mashup of the main gameplay theme and the Terminals cutscene theme that I put together in Audacity. I just overlaid both tracks and miraculously it worked. I was actually kind of surprised by that. No, don't autoplay, please. Why is autoplay active? I can't even deactivate that. Oh, there it is. Don't. Okay, yeah, so that's our trailer. Good job by Enjo again. Very nice. And I just want to watch these videos that I haven't seen yet, honestly. So yeah. SMG channel 5MG channel. So
Yeah,
let's
did I
give that a
hear
like.
that you said you don't need us and you could have made the game all by yourself?
No.
I swear that's what you said.
I said I wouldn't need other people to make a game by myself.
Ah, okay.
And you are very much appreciated, and I love you guys, and it's nice to work with you in a team, and I always preferred working in a team.
Okay. Because I just came into that and I was like, wait a second, what's going on here? Yan could have made the whole game by himself. It would have been a little bit different and it would have taken 3 times as long.
That is the thing. That's the thing. That's why I like working in a team so much. That's one reason why I like it. I also like the social part because I'm not some kind of social recluse who just sits by himself all the day and doesn't want to talk to people. So
yeah, who wants to work on a game in private by themselves for 3 years? All right, I'll shut my mouth now.
All right. Yeah, that is a cool trailer. I agree. Thank you. Let's watch this video. I haven't seen it yet. Let's check it out. 5MG.
Oh, I saw that one. This guy, let me know what you think, but I don't think this is the first time that he played the game.
Okay, well, let's check it out. Yeah, it's pretty quick, right? It's like 11 minutes. That's probably not the first run.
A great vision to unite and connect everyone around the globe in one place.
Yeah, it's the opening cutscene.
Because of our cutting-edge technology, you too can be a
I think
part
I'm just gonna make that a little bit quieter so you can still hear me. Alright. Goes left first. Oh, got a little peek at Jonas with legs over there. And there we go. That's glitchified. And immediately runs into the wall and falls down. Alright, cool. Good start. I don't know about you, but to me it feels like the video is a little bit brighter than the game looks normally. Might have done some editing to that actually. Okay, then it's going through the first cutscene, or well, the first cutscene is the opening cutscene. Goes through the first database admin cutscene. Oh, and this user is playing on WebGL, by the way. I can tell by the sound of the voice acting, because that sounds a little bit different on WebGL because of some audio restrictions there. Which post-processing effects are used? None. There are no post-processing effects on Glitcheon right now, because we wanted to make sure that it runs smoothly on WebGL.
No visual post-processing.
Audio, yes. And
yeah,
audio
no.
post-processing also doesn't work in WebGL, so we had to do some tricks.
And so there's 0 for WebGL, and there's a few post-processing audio effects in the Windows and Linux versions.
Yep.
We know the forum is already a part of your lives and homes, but what if your home could be a part of the forum? Introducing Neolite City. Using neural networks, we are designing the city of the future, where our services will no longer just be at your fingertips, they'll be all around you.
Alright, first ability. Very nice.
Are you okay? Things are getting weird out here.
So yeah, in the game I'm not using any post-processing effects, but what I am using are some shaders on some of the sprites.
Hampering my time here. Okay, so looking over the logs, there's some sort of antivirus agent.
Like I'm using an overlay kind of shader.
Detected. Have you seen anything hostile? Or
Yeah, another thing that you're
We are not
seeing,
gonna
which
last
a lot of
long
people
like
think
this,
that
and
there's
I don't have
lots
time
of
for
post-processing going on,
I need
is
you to
literally
make it this
just
time,
animated
okay? I shouldn't be
stuff.
doing
So
this,
we
but
use code
what the heck?
to animate
Just
alpha
press
values
or
for some of the
tab
sprites,
Yeah.
and that makes it look
S
way
or
more
down
alive
arrow
and
or something.
like there's
I
post-processing.
don't know how you reconcile
Yeah.
it in your...
So there are some lights, some textures that are just
you'll wanna
lights.
jump first. Yeah, jump, and then do the thing. You'll get it.
So some of these textures, like up here, that light, this red light here, and also that light that comes from the window that comes up here, those are set to an additive shader mode, which makes it look like light looks in real life. So that's not post-processing, but that's kind of like a shader effect that makes it look nicer, and I guess some people could mistake that for post-processing. And then over the whole image we have two filters that are just on an overlay shader, and one of them is a vignette, and one of them is just a slight gradient that is a little brighter in the top and a little darker in the background to separate the background from the foreground.
Are you tired of inconsistent access to your favorite content?
The name of the player character is just Glitcheon.
The number one web platform you know and love. The forum
And you can see that in the beginning cutscene
is a step down.
on the station that this character is in, and you can also see that I think when you pause the game you can see a little profile card on the left side where it also says Glitcheon.
Yeah, but it just says Glitcheon there, not just Glitcheon, so his full name is actually never shared.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Just Glitcheon?
Sorry, I know you're probably super
Oh, his
interested.
name is not just Glitcheon. His name is Glitcheon.
I must have added an extra zero somewhere.
His or its name, I don't know. It's a forum account. What gender has a forum account? But
It doesn't completely disperse
It's a
feeling.
Glitcheon is a they them.
yeah, pretty much.
They them theirs.
That's more like what it is. Yeah. We don't use bloom, no. All bloom and stuff and glow and so on that you see is painted.
You know, the guys upstairs like
So-
to think big.
Might be a little more work, but that also gives us more control and it's more performant.
Great. For everybody. I know.
Mouse
you're
painted,
all
mind
like,
you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just a monopoly. like
And of course, like, the glow is not necessarily hand painted, sometimes it's just like a filter in Photoshop that is applied to the graphic.
And gosh, 99% of all internet traffic is through our services anyway. So like, why shouldn't we have a part to play?
Got through that bottom section pretty quickly.
Internet the way we already know.
Yeah, we really need to shorten some of these lines.
Yeah, probably would be good. Or make the levels longer, like it kind of depends on...
Yeah, but we could also cut them up a little bit so there's
Yeah.
little pauses.
Yeah.
When she starts talking again.
Yeah. Something like that would be pretty good. I think it's okay though, for the demo. It's pretty much okay for most people, I believe, because many play longer than 10 minutes.
Oh, for sure. I've seen one person, and mind you, that's out of thousands, that has come out and said, I think that the girl is talking too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is a thing that we've also talked about internally. And these lines had been longer before we shortened them a bit already, I remember that.
Goodness, yeah.
Every device you do own or plan to purchase.
And I think the same is true for these cutscenes.
Fit in a box. We know your content
But I think the length of these cutscenes is fine now.
activities.
Because you can also skip them and
The forum.
they also have some visuals going along with them, so...
We
Right.
pledge to deliver content you won't be able to resist during every part of your day. We're delivering the future you want. Trust us, we know you.
Okay, so here's the problem we've been having.
Download successful.
Don't linger
Oh,
on
okay.
these apps too long. I think they have
That was
malware or
pretty quick.
something. Is that you clicking on them?
I like how
Anyway,
this guy,
they're opening if you
when
stay
he
on
was
them
back in the
too long.
terminal area, though,
So
how
if you
he
can just do a
checked
little cough
to
and
see
a
what was
skip
up with
through
the
here
ad
before the
during the
malware
cutscene.
corrupts you,
Mm.
you
Yeah.
won't have such a bad time.
Oh, nice. Just immediately got through that. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely played before. That's when I was
think
like
so, yeah.
100% sure.
Mm. Oh, that was also a nice trick. To quickly boost to avoid the enemy.
Yeah.
He's like, I've got no more time for this. I gotta finish.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a 5-minute video.
And this is funny. See, like it only activates once he jumps.
I know.
I
I'm not
don't know why
sure.
this is happening, but I think this happened to 2 different people.
Let me put that on my list.
Yeah. But yeah, then you basically at the end of the demo you get this blue screen, this fake blue screen,
So,
mind you.
Hi, I'm River.
And
one of the
then
creators of Glitcheon.
River is
And-
giving us a little
Wow, sorry about
call
that.
to
I
action
guess the
here,
game broke this, so
talking about where you can go and follow us and that you can replay and so on. But I don't need to.
And
show you
that
the
has worked
interesting-
well. I do have numbers on Steam store page visits from yesterday.
Oh, you do? Okay, that's
If you
nice.
want them.
Yeah, tell us.
Okay, so yesterday we had 589 new store page visits.
589. That's pretty nice.
Yep. And I don't know the exact breakdown on that right now, but what I do know is that for the whole week, we've had 1,284. So almost half of them came from yesterday.
Nice. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Manas asks, are you gonna participate in the next WoW Jam? I want to. I would actually like to make something with the Glitcheon team. We'll see.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what we're gonna do yet, but I think we'll probably work together. So we'll probably be setting up a blank project for source control closer to that date, and then we'll wait for the theme and then make a decision.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it would be really cool to make a Glitcheon spin-off of some sort if it fits with the theme. So I'll definitely be thinking about that and how we could make that work first.
I
But
was
we'll
thinking
see.
about doing it in pixel art.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
On pixel art, you have something for that, don't you?
Yeah, I have once for an art jam on Jonah's channel made some pixel art that looks like Glitcheon. So yeah, it could be possible for sure. But like the visual style TBD, because like it totally depends on what theme it will be and so on. I think
totally.
any visual style would work for whatever theme it is probably, but yeah.
Yeah, but then it depends on how much content we need.
Yeah.
Based on the decisions we make.
Basically, Jonas hasn't told me about the theme, so I don't know. Maybe I can ask him, and then we can know ahead. Probably, yeah. Nah, probably. Like last time, I know that he didn't know. Like certainly, like he actually disclosed a couple of themes and asked me about my opinion on them. But then he decided later, and it was pretty short before the jam started. So, yeah. If yes, make that into a commercial game if possible. I don't know, one at one time, probably better.
Honestly, what I'm praying when I go to sleep at night is that we don't make something that we like so much that we want to make another commercial game.
Oh
in
gosh,
WoW
no.
Jam 3.
Like one thing that I could imagine is if we make a little game for the WoW Jam that is a Glitcheon spin-off, is that it would be a mini game in the full release. That we could just
Right.
merge it into the full project and then have it as a mini game somewhere. But this is all so theoretical because we don't know what the theme will be and so on. So we'll see.
We're thinking about it.
Yeah, we are. So next thing here, let's watch this any percent speedrun. I just watched it a little bit ago, but I just wanted to show this off. This is by Dra Noel, who is also on our Discord server. So yeah, it was very impressive to see this. We were just talking about some speedrun stuff and so on, and then this video came in, and it just blew our minds. So yeah, let's take a look at that.
For me, I haven't decided if this video makes me not want to try to speedrun anymore, or if it makes me want to speedrun even more. I'm not sure
Yeah,
yet.
claim back your title. And here we go, it starts, and... What was he doing there? Was he like building up momentum when he was going left first and then right? Was that a thing?
I'm not sure what the plan was there, but jumping at the beginning of that will cost you time.
Oh, that's for sure, yeah.
So whatever he was doing there wasn't quite right.
Just, well, let me make the video a little bit quieter because... yeah, King Owl says, just say Glitcheon is dumb once every year and you won't like Glitcheon enough to make a sequel easy. Okay. Yeah, maybe we just need to say Glitcheon is dumb and then we don't want to make more Glitcheon stuff.
Hey, I mean, we can make a sequel. I'd just like to finish the first one first.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, if the first one does well, yeah, I'd be up for a sequel, I guess, probably. But I can't say yet because it's gonna be quite a bit of time before we can actually release Glitcheon full version on Steam. It will take some time, for sure. I mean, the demo took us a year, so...
If when we release it, we call it Glitcheon the first part, then you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or if it will have some kind of cliffhanger at the ending. This section is amazing because he's just getting through everything straight, not stopping once, not holding back at all.
I'm going to steal that because I've been thinking about that this morning in my head, and then I saw him do it, and I was like, yes.
It's good to know that you're thinking in your head.
Yeah.
This is also amazing. Look at that that move. It's so crazy.
I stole this, by the way. I saw him do it, and
now you're always doing. Okay.
Actually, no, that's not fair. I stole this from somebody else. He's not the first person to do that, isn't he?
Probably. I don't know. And I think, yeah, he dies here once. And that's unfortunate. But I guess this time...
It doesn't matter?
Yeah, I guess in the end it didn't matter because this is absolutely huge. This is so fast. The way the way it's getting through this section is pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, I want to update this thing for speedruns and make it so that the door is more intelligent.
Yeah, because one door like doesn't activate until both doors don't activate until you're in the scene for a while.
Right.
And you can get from one door so quickly to the other. Oh, if you could get into some kind of... Oh, imagine, River, if you can get into some kind of door loop and keep building up speed.
Oh, no.
It's like one door leading to the next door, leading to a door in another scene that leads to a next door in the old scene again.
Well, you realize that would just completely clip a player out of the level, right?
I know. Maybe we can make that a feature. Yeah, and then this person is getting through this section pretty fast as well. Should be done in 10 seconds or something.
Oh, I like that, actually. We should write something to detect if they're out of bounds.
Nice,
and
there
if
we
the
go.
player is out of bounds, we take them to some special part of the forum.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, there's definitely some cool things you can do with that. So yeah, amazing speedrun. Definitely still you can optimize it.
But we do believe believe that it's the world record for the moment.
Yeah, at this time, there's no better video that is out yet. So at the time of the stream, that's the world record. That's the one you need to beat if you want to try your attempt at speedrunning on normal mode. By the way, people are already asking for a speedrun.com page. I think 2 people by now have made submissions to speedrun.com asking for them to make a page.
Okay. I made an account, but it won't even let me ask for a week.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
if nobody figures it out by then, I'm on it.
Yeah, and if someone watching this has a speedrun account, speedrun.com account, and wants to ask them for making a page, please do. We would really appreciate that, because it's a nice thing to speedrun, I believe, and it's also a quite fun community thing that we'd like to get into. And we made this speedrun timer feature and so on, so yeah, we would really like that. Obviously, we're into speedruns. I mean, you've seen Jonas' video, so yeah. Cool. And speaking of which, I think it's time to just watch this video once more. I've only watched it once when Jonas showed it off to us, when he was basically done with it. And I think I can maybe mention a few things here and there during the video that not everyone might know yet. So let's watch that. It's a fun video.
Function, you're in here, I presume. So I think that you got the answer to your question from Discord.
That's a nice thing to pause on. So yeah, I by the way, I love the way Jonas starts his videos with so much action right now. He just doesn't waste any of your time. And here's like, oh my god, so much detail. Like, listen to all those sound effects and how they exactly fit the way the text scrolls in. Listen to this.
I challenged you to make games with intentional bugs, and you
That's art, man. That's amazing. Just these 4 seconds in the very beginning are already so much effort. I don't know how he does it every time. It's so amazing.
I look at that and I know I'm not going to try to do the YouTube thing. I just don't have time to do that.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many other things I'm working on.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm streaming on YouTube and not making edited videos and so on, because I just don't have the time to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Water Lemon, by the way, amazing creator, and also continued with his game, so definitely recommend checking out Outer Bounds as well.
Yeah, I don't know where it's at right now, but I've tried it a couple months ago, and very cool. There's a couple new mechanics, and basically same thing that we did. It's not a lot longer. It's just quite a bit better.
Yeah. So and as like this game jam version of this was already really good. So yeah, check it out. It's really cool. Water Lemon, really cool dev as well. And that's us. Those by the way, those names weren't in the beginning. And then Barnacle actually mentioned that and said, like, hey, maybe you can add our names to our avatars and our avatars to our voices, so people know who we are and who's speaking and so on. And that was totally a good... Oh yeah, thanks for posting that, Discord. That was totally a good call, because we were just thinking like, oh yeah, everybody knows us, right? But obviously most people don't know us yet. So that was definitely a good call from Barnacle here to say, like, maybe we can add those avatars when we speak and have the names showing up next to them.
Yeah, my wife was really confused when she saw the first cut, and it cuts to Yan's face, and then she hears me talking.
Yeah.
She's like, who is that? What's going on?
Yeah. I used the Wowie Jam thing.
Sign up now and let's get right into the news. So you are the crazy people who are still working on their mess of a game 1 year later.
Oh yes, we are. We're
Yeah,
that does seem like it.
So last year during WoWie Jam 2 they made a game called Glitcheon, a Metroidvania where every time you get a new ability you break
Oh
the
my
game
god, the
further.
Game
Now
Jam
it's
version,
an
dude,
entire
it looks
year
so
on
crappy now.
the game and it looks completely amazing.
wasn't exactly planned that way.
I basically heard of the game.
Have you tried it yet recently?
The Game Jam version? Oh no, I haven't tried it in a while.
Try it again.
Oh,
Honestly,
man.
what shocked me most was how it feels to
Yeah.
play it.
All right, maybe I should just. I'm just looking at it and I cringe a little bit at the backgrounds and so on. But
Play it
yeah.
on stream.
Okay, I can play through it on stream after watching this video. Yeah, this is our Miro board, by the way. That's Barnacle just took some screenshots and sent them to Jonas, so he put them into the video. And that's when we made the jam version.
And then said, okay, does anyone want to team
and
up?
and then we're making an actual game now. So yeah, that was the very early part of our Miro board.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff on there that's not relevant, so don't dig into it too much. If you see the progression currency section, just don't. It's not a thing.
Progression I don't even know what.
There's a whole section on this idea that we had for a shop and currency and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's obviously just ideas, and ideas that may or may not happen.
There's a link to the game in the description. At the moment it's still entirely free. May the best speedrunner win.
Yeah,
Okay,
and then
my
there's.
character to Jonas. So I started with a couple of simple practice runs just to get a hang of it. As you can see, the Glitcheon team added a little feature to make sure you can always see who's playing.
Here we go. I'm gonna go right this time.
The timer starts now. Okay.
Look at that. That is how the beginning of the game looked like 1 year ago, and this is how it looks like now.
That's what the scene looks like from a dev point of view. I actually, fun fact, I recorded an hour of just going through the entire Unity project, and Jonas took that entire hour and just edited out interesting parts to make it like a couple seconds from this video that I recorded to just fit them into the right moments of the video. So
yeah, but the moments where he does those perspective changes in the video, which is awesome.
In the Game Jam version, most of the background.
Yeah, no, it's really cool that it's in there. I'm just saying, like, he put so much effort into the editing. We sent him so many hours of footage.
Like everywhere we could do it, we did more than we should have.
Why did you eventually decide to spend an entire year on polishing? Like, why?
And I really like how he intercepts those parts about the speedrun with these interview parts, and the cuts from one to the other just feel really smooth and don't feel like some kind of weird interruptions at all. So that's really nice as well.
Just polishing.
Yeah, what's the alternative? Making a ton more levels that all look kind of samey and boring.
I've always wanted to try speedrunning to kind of understand the appeal of it a little more. So this was the perfect opportunity for me. Luckily, the beginning of the game is relatively simple. You just go to this console and unlock your first ability, which is creating these arrow message platforms you can jump on. You go dodge some enemies, yada yada yada, unlock your next ability, which is this epic blast.
Holy moly. I must have added an extra zero somewhere.
And then comes the difficult part of the demo where I messed up most of my runs. Here you have to use the blast to catapult yourself forward over giant cliffs. There are tons of enemies. The platforming gets harder and harder. I'm pressing F for Yen and Barnacle, who have to play this on the highest difficulty.
In hard mode, no, that was not intended, but I'll take it. I'll probably die here anyway now. I don't know why it's playing at 360p right now. Let me change that. Alright. See, like, I die anyway.
I, for my part, finished my first real run in 517 seconds, which on a leaderboard for first runs would put me here. River off to an amazing start with 225 seconds. Jonas,
we decided to make it a little more fair for Jonas pretty early on, but also wanted to just show off the different the different difficulty settings. So the positions here are River, who plays on hard mode and who has trained a bit before. Oh, stream is down. Oh no.
It's working for me.
People are saying stream is down?
Oh, wait,
No.
never mind. Now it is down.
Oh no. Why is it down?
Or is it?
I don't
No,
know.
you just,
I don't know.
no,
For
you
me,
just
it's saying it's a very Of course, I stopped the video because someone said someone said it was. I don't know. Okay. Uh, I hope
I
it's
can't
not
tell
like...
because I'm listening to you in Discord.
Yeah,
so I
of
have
course.
And Yen and Barnacle is really struggling with the highest difficulty setting here. But remember, only the fastest
It's still working for you, King Owl, too.
everybody's game. Jonas is trying again. He's
Stop
trying
trolling.
amazing time so far. Nice shortcut with the platform here.
Yan is another way to say Yan, or to pronounce Yan, to spell Yan. Yes, that's true. Because so like this way is the normal German thing, and this way, the AE is like how you would say it if you don't have an A umlaut, this character, which most people might not have internationally. So that's why.
Let's see how River handles the situation on the medium.
But it's the same thing.
River seems very confident.
Marvelous. I like how he cut in that marvelous.
I know. I was feeling very good while I was doing that run.
Yeah.
I mean, he's clearly just showing up.
He's clearly just showing up at this point. Like that. I like how he did the sport commentator thing. It's so cool.
Oh my gosh, when he started doing that, particularly when it cuts to his run and mine, I think I almost beat my pants. Just hilarious.
What happened with your team is probably, statistically speaking, very, very unlikely, right? That a team finds each other in a game jam and then keeps working on the game right after it.
Just felt like there was synergy there that I really didn't want to give up, and I think that's why I was pushing to keep going.
Here in the background, we have the original 3D background. That looks so cool when you change from 2D to 3D. Stuff that we've got going on in the game. So we have this little turbine.
I know, it's freaking awesome.
All the textures on it are hand painted with Photoshop.
Even the lights in there look good.
Yeah, even though they're just 2D planes.
I know.
But there are a bunch of 2D planes kind of stacked behind each other, and since it's like 2.5D and you have a good control over the perspective, you can get away with a lot of cheap tricks, like for example that model in the background, that here, like that's all just a cylinder. Those down here, they don't technically exist as modeled faces of the same mesh, but they're just cubes that I stick to the bottom of this. I guess like they are cubes of parallelograms, so kind of prisms of those things. I don't know what you call them in English. So it's like it's not a trapezoid. It's where every side is parallel, but it's kind of skewed. It's a.
Oh, is that a rhombus?
Rhombus? Yeah, they are rhombus prisms. Those things.
Wait. Yeah.
At the bottom.
Yeah,
it's a rhombus. You're right. And they are just stuck to the bottom of that. And those cutouts here are just cutouts in the texture. So all of that stuff here, all the detail and so on, is just painted on, and you can get away with that because it's 2.5D and you can control which perspective you see it from. So that's a kind of cool aspect. Like for example here for this fine mesh and so on, it's just mostly a texture that I painted onto a flat plane, and it has some alpha cutouts. And it doesn't matter so much because you can control how the player sees it in this 2.5D view. So you can get away with a lot of simple techniques to make things look more complicated than they are, and still perform very well and not have to have very good modeling skills, because that's one thing that I definitely am lacking. I'm not a very good 3D modeler. I can do 3D texturing pretty well, but 3D modeling is not really my forte. So it's nice to be able to just get away with tricks like that. It feels a bit like from the PlayStation 2 age or something, but yeah, it works.
Honestly, I mean, if it were, I don't want to say it's low quality, but if it were higher quality than that, it might not blend well with our 2D assets.
That's a fair point, actually. Like, for example, if it had lighting and so on, then I think it would look very distinct from my painting style. So,
right.
But this way,
part that at least I wasn't
the
the only
3D
one.
just meshes very well with the 2D in a way.
Know why I keep losing so much time.
Getting the perspective to kind of fit was very hard though,
Oh no.
because we have this fake perspective in the 2D assets.
My Dane today. All right.
Right.
I think it's safe to say that the devs had
Then,
a
of
lot
course, I
strategy
mean,
for
the
problems
positions of
together.
the intro scene was even more challenging.
Mm. Woo, and that's me getting this. Yeah.
Unfortunately, Yen placed last.
But I was last in the end because I took a route that was not very optimized. And Barnacle
yeah.
did a pretty crazy extreme mode run. And this side-by-side view is a really cool idea that he did that. It's so synchronized in the beginning.
I know.
Little unfortunate that Jonas didn't use his Jonas avatar in his PB record.
Yeah, but I mean, one of us is using it, and that accomplishes what we needed to.
That's true. I just wanted to show off the Jonas avatar a little more.
Yeah.
Can you believe it? He has now overtaken Jonas. Jonas still making his way over to the 3 jump pads on the left.
And that move I did there is not the best way to do that, I found out this morning.
Well, the move that you do here is definitely not the best way.
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do.
If you're trying to die, it's a good way.
Pretty good.
And it's pretty cool how you catch up a lot in the very end, and then he messes it up here.
Yeah.
And what I also like is, I think we talked about this kind of thing before in our discussions with each other in the specialized Jonas voice chat that we have on our Discord server. We talked about this thing that speedruns are really exciting events when you do like these speedrun races, where there's 2 people or 2 teams speedrunning against each other at the same time. And I like how he captured that feeling, even though we took those speedruns, those recordings at very different times. But like by parallelizing them and then having this announcer voice in there in the background, it just makes it feel like the same exciting atmosphere of those speedrun races, which is really cool.
And it's surprising because you're not exactly expecting it.
Yeah, exactly. That's true as well. that totally took his run away.
Yeah, it cost him the entire run.
And saved me because I didn't have to bite into the lemon. We agreed that otherwise I would have had to do it.
I got a story about the lemon thing when this is over.
Sure. We'll get to the lemon in a sec.
I can't believe I lost by so
And
Lucas wants to join the VC.
So wait, sorry. Someone wants to join the VC? Yeah, sure, join. No problem. That's what it's there for. Just go to our Discord server and join. That's what it's for.
Let me get you a link for that if you need it.
Yeah, the link is also in the video description or stream description, I guess. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. You can join. No problem.
For February 26th, 2021. Then go sign up to WoW Jam 3. It's gonna be absolutely epic. Also, the Glitcheon team would be very happy if you want to try out their game. You can play it right in your browser.
And that's also cool that he did that with the overlay on our page. So you instantly have this visual for how it would look like to play it in the browser.
You don't have to download anything.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
I really don't want to.
Hey, Lithium.
So obviously this was a little bit of a different video, but I thought it was very fun to have a look at how a game from WoW Jam 2.
His face when he does that. He's really aggressively biting into it.
You can see he pulls it away and there's literally a bite. It's not just like...
Yeah, no, he definitely took something out of that lemon. Like, he really committed to it. I'm glad that isn't me. So, thanks, River, for saving me there.
So after my family saw this video, we started a weight loss challenge.
You did?
Every single week, everyone who lost has to bite into a lemon.
Oh,
So we've done it for 1 week now, and I was the biggest loser, which means that I won.
Okay, the
first
biggest
week.
weight loser.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I watched. We had 3 lemons ready to go. So that was satisfying.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not in this challenge, because if I would do a weight loss challenge, I would probably just like fall to my death or something like that. I would be just end up totally malnourished or something like that.
Yeah, well, it just so happens that we're Americans and we need to do it.
That makes sense. Okay. All right. So you said it. I'm gonna do it. Glitcheon. Let's just search for the jam version. Oh God, I'm gonna regret this. Am I not? It's gonna. That's gonna be so weird.
Tell me how you think it feels. Yeah, I'm curious about your commentary.
Yeah, let's see. So this is what I'm now gonna do. Is I'm gonna play the jam version from like a year ago, because River requested it, and yeah, he says it feels very. Oh God, why?
So we spent 3 days on this.
Yeah,
over the.
that's true. Oh my God, those hearts in the top left corner are so distorted and big. So Vitalo says maybe you should set up Nightbot to do that for you. Does Nightbot exist on YouTube? I don't know about that.
I think it does. Yeah, we could. Except that I think that's the first time we've even posted it this stream, so
Yeah.
not a big deal.
All right. Anyway, yeah. Okay. Oh my God, the camera feels so. I'm glad that we fixed that camera, because it doesn't feel great. It just feels kind of sluggish because of how the camera moves. I think the movement hasn't changed much from the character itself, but the camera movement just makes it feel kind of unresponsive, and
it feels floaty to me. Are you sure? I think the character slows down faster now.
maybe. Maybe also speeds up faster, I'm not sure. I don't remember tweaking that, so. And of course also the character is not leaning into the movement. And also the wheel is not spinning, so those kind of little things contribute, I think, to feeling more responsive.
It's a lot less dynamic.
Yeah. And then also there are just these holes in the background. That just all feels a lot better now.
Also, none of the background's animated.
That is as well true, and we have parallax background pieces and so on. It's just a lot of background stuff. Oh, that checkpoint. That was so disappointing. Walking into that and then just nothing happening with that. When you die, there's no effect at all. Except for a little effect on the screen, but like there's no... it's just... And the sound effect is just this weird crunch. Yeah, very strange.
That we had to do to get this much done in such a short time.
Yeah, that's probably this. The death sound was inspired by the crunch that we did. One thing that I can say about it though is this loading is way quicker. This is almost instant now, and it was. It's not in the full version. The lobby looks absolutely garbage. Look at this crap. Look at all those holes in the background, and I mean, it's a game jam game, fair, but and remember that when we were going to this door over here, in the very beginning, the very first version, when we didn't update the hotfix, you could get soft block by just getting into that door. Anyway.
Like, is it just me or is the player also darker?
Maybe, I don't know. Could be.
Or maybe just lighting changes and
yeah, could be that there are lighting differences, yeah. There's no background here. Nothing at all. That can't happen anymore.
Was the overlapping shadows underneath the floor.
And the ceiling here being all up and down.
Oh, yeah. Not
aligning properly. And then you collect all these things and there's just no animation for any of it. It triggers me. Yeah. Oh yeah, right now I have the error platform, but it doesn't really tell you that you get it now, other than having that background thing, but...
A lot of people actually got stuck here. Not like half, but, you know, I don't know, 5 or 10%.
Yeah.
Didn't know that they needed to start using that now.
Yeah, and a lot of people also didn't realize how, like, what they could land on and what they couldn't because of just the way the backgrounds were set up. So, for example, this right now looks like it's all platform. And,
that's true.
and then this doesn't look distinct enough. Now we have very clear rules for how to set up these backgrounds so that we don't... that we always basically have these kind of background pieces behind platforms.
Oh yeah, actually this tube with those dark gray little narrow things over it looks just like a platform too.
Yeah.
Now people only get confused when we want them to.
Yeah, that's fine. And the enemies aren't animated. The explosions don't have that distortion effect. The enemies don't spin around. When I do this, it just goes away. There's no mouse to show me how long it will take.
Not to mention, there's no indicator that it's available.
That is as well true. Yeah, the character never changes. We didn't get to that. There's no indicator how much max health you have. That jump was... yeah, that's still possible. You can cheese that.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Okay. There's no... the jump sound is so weak.
A display for max health, man. We did that very recently.
Yeah, that was pretty recent. The springs have no different effect to them. It's just the landing sound.
Yeah, there's no particles.
There's no particles on the springs either, yeah. The enemies don't look nearly as alive without their eye moving and the sounds they make now and so on. Oh no.
But the explosion effect is basically the same, I think.
And the explosion effect now has little particles that come out of it. When any of those little drone pieces land on the floor. And they make little clinks when they land on the floor. And there's some extra particle effects that are just sparks added to the explosion. And there's a distortion wave, so...
yeah.
The main part is the same, but then again we also changed a lot. And you can end up with this thing where if you don't land exactly in the middle of a spring platform... I totally rolled off that. If you don't land directly on the spring platforms in the center, then you cannot use your error platform anymore.
Oh, right. Not to mention that this scene now is full of parallax backgrounds. And
yes. And here's a cutscene. Boom, cutscene over. Alright, now I have this. This looks pretty much the same still, but it works differently. It feels... oh god, what is this? The camera. It works way different. So now it doesn't depend on me holding the movement key down, but the J key, and that's a lot better feeling. Took some adjustment in the beginning for us, but it's just a lot better.
Yeah, it feels a bit different now. We completely redesigned how it works with the same intention, but just different programming. And then we adjusted the level design just a little bit to make sure that it still makes sense based on the new ability.
Yeah. Oh man, that's that part is such an annoying thing. Like,
we have not updated the Unity version because it is there's some packages that we're using that don't work in the newest version. We're using 2019 something, but in a couple months here we're gonna upgrade the project and install some of those things over that won't work.
Oh yeah, the range of this is totally broken as well. I forgot, but I can cheese this section really easily by just doing this. Oh no. No, I turned around accidentally.
But yeah, we used the latest LTS for Unity at the time of the game, and we haven't switched. I think maybe we stayed. No, I want to say we haven't updated. Maybe we did once or twice. I can't remember.
I don't think we updated.
If we did, it was a long time ago.
So the Unity version of this project is a little bit older than the Unity version that I use at work, and we started the work project a bit later than this project. So I don't think we updated.
Okay.
This is also annoying. You have to roll up some of these jumps because they're just a little bit too high.
I can't make myself louder, but
I can't make the game quieter. That's the problem.
yeah. Well, you can. You can make your browser quieter.
Yeah, but that's too much effort right now. I'm almost done anyway. Hey, cutscene. And these enemies don't have tentacles. And nothing shows me how long it will take until the ad opens. All the enemies in the game just look exactly the same, but they behave differently. And sometimes you cannot jump on that one because it's broken. And there's this ugly text. What the hell is this?
I can't believe that made it into the Game Jam version. We meant to remove that, and then people started finding it and putting it in videos.
Alright, let's see if I can still do this. Okay, yeah.
Well, that basically is the classic way to do it. Uh-oh.
Alright. No, what I meant was the glitch pulse works differently. And then it just crashes, or, yeah, we make it crash. So, yeah, that's the Game Jam version. It's kind of terrible looking at it now. I mean, 3 days. It's fine. 3 days, 4 people. That was okay, but yeah. Alright, yeah, sorry about the sound during that. There's no volume sliders in the Game Jam version, that's another thing.
There is a volume slider in Discord, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, so we have... I just wanted to go through the last bits of statistics, and then I'm gonna open the now current version and show some cool stuff there. So we have this. This is SoundCloud. And those are my personal statistics on SoundCloud, because along with the game demo, we also pushed the soundtrack of the demo, which consists of 4 tracks, all the tracks that are in the game right now.
See ya, FJB.
Bye bye. See you. And yeah, so we have Welcome to the Forum, Glitches in the Cyber Prison, which is still the old upload from the Game Jam version, so it has the most views. And then we have Terminals, which plays during the terminal cutscenes, and we have Neolight City Observation Deck, which plays in a secret area that you can only find if you backtrack a little bit. And yeah, we can see these last 2 days. So this is before the demo, and this is the jump to after the demo. So I get quite a lot more listens, of course, most of which I think coming from the SoundCloud embed player, but also a fair bunch coming from just my SoundCloud profile. So it was, I guess, nice to upload something again to my SoundCloud. And still a lot of that comes from the Nursery Curse theme. So that just constantly keeps getting clicks from the Nursery Curse page. but the most listened to track right now is Welcome to the Forum, which is the first track on the album that I put up for that, the soundtrack. So yeah, it's pretty nice. I just wanted to show this real quickly for the sake of completion. Yeah, the numbers here are not huge, but on SoundCloud they're usually not huge. SoundCloud just doesn't have a very good algorithmic thing implemented, so when you get views, they're basically all from somewhere else, and there are not as many people on SoundCloud, and there's a bunch of reasons why the numbers on SoundCloud are never quite as high as, for example, on YouTube or on itch.io or on Twitter or whatever, you know. But yeah, just wanted to show this off. Huge spike relatively to what I had before since uploading this new album to SoundCloud, the soundtrack. And you can get the soundtrack on my SoundCloud profile. Here's the link, SoundCloud y-n because -1. That's kind of what it is, because SoundCloud doesn't accept my umlauts in the URL. But yeah, there you go. That's where the album ended up, the soundtrack, and you can also get it on the itch page right now. Here's, by the way, here's also the Glitcheon Twitter, the Twitter account. I think by now it probably automatically, we timed it to retweet this. So yeah, there's this stream that I tweeted about, and yeah, so I think we got some new followers on Twitter as well. It's nowhere near as significant as anything related to the itch page itself, but that's nice. I got some new subscribers on YouTube as well. I think I got like, now I have so many that I'm over 300, which is really nice. Thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel. If you haven't yet, what are you doing with your life? Subscribe to my channel. But yeah, that's on Twitter. We also had some nice tweets. Excuse me, what?
I said I'll subscribe.
All right, thank you, River. Finally, god damn it. And yeah, Snooty, who are absolutely awesome, tweeted about us because we put these ads into our game, into the semi-ultimate level, penultimate level, where you have all these ads in the background. We put some ads from them in there, and we sent them some content to tweet about, and they did that, and they also mentioned us on their stream, and they also mentioned us on their Discord, so big thanks to Snooty. That stuff helps a lot. And Couch Monsters as well, they also tweeted about us.
Unfortunately, Couch Monsters video quality was really bad, and I don't know why.
Yeah, me neither. Maybe that's just Twitter compression.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, it looks a bit. Yeah. But then I don't know why it doesn't have the sound. Because I sent them GIFs as well. I was kind of hoping like more people would use GIFs, because it took some effort to make those GIFs, but whatever. What matters is there's a link to the page, and people can click on that. Yeah, and that's about it. I think FJB also posted about us. I think I retweeted that. I retweeted a bunch of stuff. There was this tweet that came out of nowhere. I don't know what this Rich D'Ambrosi.
It's like an article that's basically just a copy of the itch page.
Yeah, content. But hey, it's it just came from nowhere in a way. Yep. So sure. Yeah,
I have breaking itch.io analytics news.
Oh, let's look at that.
Do you know what it is? Look at it and tell me if you see it.
Okay, hold on. I mean, we got more views now than we had before, but that's no surprise since we keep getting new views. Is it some round number?
No.
Okay. We're in more collections now than in the beginning of the stream, I think, but that's probably not what you mean. We have the same amount of payments as in the beginning of the stream, so payments are the same. This looks similar. I don't know what you mean.
Keep going down.
Oh, okay. So, 5 Linux. Yeah, as I said, payments are the same. That's from 15 hours ago. Itch.io is now the most popular thing.
Yes.
So that's
Glitcheon has now internally produced more of it.
Yeah, and I mentioned this earlier. YouTube is going down, Itch is going up, and that's what I expected as well. Because the video was released yesterday, and then people all go to the page, and that generates interest on itch.io, so we get more impressions, which is now 32K, and that means itch goes up over time. So
still no feature though.
Yeah. Would be really nice if itch.io could give us a front page feature. That would of course boost us again. But hey, you cannot force these things, you can only ask nicely, which we did on Twitter.
Yep, after much arguing.
Yeah, after saying like let's not be let's not be annoying about it, or let's not be like we demand a feature, because that's probably not going to work.
Well, next time we know what didn't work, so we'll try my way next time.
All right. Anyway, so that's how it went. Also, it was just really fun on our Discord server. A bunch of people streamed their first playthroughs. It was fun to watch those. Always nice to watch people playing new game for the first time. And yeah, what I'm gonna do now is I will just open our actual demo version and play that a bunch. I think I am all through everything here. I don't think there's, in the 1 hour that I streamed, I don't think there's anything new on YouTube. Hey, there's this current stream. Woo. Yeah, so that's, I pretty much know all this stuff. All right, cool. Then let's close this. I'm gonna open the Windows build because it's a little bit nicer sounding in some areas. And the pausing works a little bit better. That's one thing that we should change. I don't know if that's on our list yet, but add P for pausing or something like that to open the pause menu, because on Itch, if you hit escape, then that also exits full screen mode.
Yep. Nice one.
All right, and here we are. Yeah, there we are. We're loaded. Nice. I was afraid for a second that it might not load correctly, but here we go. Cool, yeah, so by the way, you can check out the controls with this. I think someone asked on the stream, I think Funktion asked if there's the speedrun timer, and you can see this is the speedrun timer button. You can also hide the UI if you want to, and you can skip dialogue with delete, or on the controller with backspace also works. And then pausing with escape and all the stuff. You know, there's also alternative keys that we don't necessarily show, like control for glitch pulse, and space for jump. So yeah, we got our settings. I'm gonna just make this a little quieter so you can hear me nicely. Tell me if this balance sounds correct in this in the stream chat, please, because I cannot really check that. Just let me know if the game audio versus my audio sounds correct. I can do it. I can change it at any time though. Let's see here. I don't want to play on normal because that's kind of easy. I'm gonna play on hard, and we'll just go right in here and start new simulation.
It all started with a dream.
This is my voice for anyone who didn't know.
And connect everyone around the globe in one place. The forum. Because of our cutting-edge technology, you too can be a part of this ambitious project with only a few simple clicks.
Yeah. I'm gonna go have lunch.
All right, enjoy. See you around. Okay. Weird whispering river. So here's the first thing to show. If you go far enough to the left side, I went a little bit too far, but if you go far enough, the camera pans just enough to show you Jonas with legs. So there's Jonas with legs for you. Little Easter egg from the Jonas Will You Snail Discord server. And here you basically can't do a lot of stuff except go over to the side and then go here. Something you may not know is this is actually not wide enough to not be able to jump over it. You can just jump over it and still look at all these things. But yeah, there's nothing much to do here, so let's go down. And we're in the tutorial level. Cool whispering river, yeah, sure. One thing I'm gonna do just right now, just for fun, is I will enter a secret code. So when you hold F1 and then you enter a secret code, then you can actually, hold on, let me, yeah. Then you can actually change the avatars. And that's how we did it for the video, because we wanted to make sure that you understand who's playing at the moment. But this is still in the demo. You can just try it, but you have to find the secret code, and that's hidden somewhere in the game, in a very well hidden spot. And I think someone once got a hint as to where it might be, but never actually went there. So this is still a secret that is totally undiscovered as of now. So have fun trying to uncover what the secret code is. And then, by the way, you change characters with the number keys once you have unlocked them. But you first have to unlock them with the secret code. But that is one secret that I don't want to show off here today, because I want to also have some secrets that are not revealed yet. I did this little area intro card thing where it types out the thing with jumbling letters and so on stream, on YouTube. It was actually a lot of work to get that code working.
Everything is fine. Oh, is this on?
Yeah, and let's just skip this. It's a cool cutscene, I guess it's nice, but I don't have the patience for it right now. Alright, so... By the way, if you want me to play as a certain character, just let me know in chat and I'll play as that character. And just look at how much better everything looks compared to the jam version. And sounds as well. You have all those spatial sounds when the enemies whiz by you, and you have all those little clinks and clanks when their parts fall on the floor. You have the distortion wave when they explode. And they spin and have a nice little animation. Their eye looks towards you. This is always fun. Alright.
We know the forum is already a part of your lives and homes, but what if your home could be a part of the forum? Introducing Neolite City. Using neural networks,
Yeah, and then you see just the bottom of the city.
where our services will no longer just be at your fingertips, they'll be all around you.
And that's the same thing that you see when you're up top. When I made these force fields, I coded them, I found that they're actually really fun to play around with. And we're definitely in the full game going to use that as a proper game mechanic in some levels, for some level design. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Are you okay?
Alright.
Things are weird out here.
So we're gonna get up here. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna show you something else.
Presence is really hampering my
We
time.
could go up there now, but I want to show you some
Some sort of antivirus
thing you might not know yet.
I think you may have been detected infected. Have you seen anything hostile or spooky? You're not gonna last long like this, and I don't have time to start over again. I need you to make it this time, okay?
Okay, so we went back here. Why did we do that?
Just press or tap or think.
Okay, yeah, I know this already. Okay, so why did we do that? We can see here this voice, or it's not really a voice, but we can see this text here is saying a different thing than it was in the beginning. In the beginning it says, "Welcome Glitcheon," which you can see up there in the top. But now it says, "I see, you're back already." It says that, so... And it's showing a different icon on the top screen as well. And it's pointing... It's kind of like going back, and it's pointing in this direction. And we can get up there now, so... Something might be hidden over here. So that's something we can check out. And also, one thing that I wanted to do just every now and then is pause the game. And when you pause the game, you can see here on this side, Glitcheon just has some comments of what just happened in the game. So right now we got the error platform, and that adds this backpack also in the pause menu, adds this backpack to the character. And then Glitcheon, they just say, "Just got a new backpack, cool, huh?" And yeah, that's that constantly changes depending on what you do in the game. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and you can change the difficulty at any moment. And one thing I also wanted to show is the credits. Not to boast about us or anything, but to just thank everyone who's in the special thanks here. Project Owl is the person who we made the game jam with. He departed after the game jam. Sonic, a friend of River, who helped us setting up all the social media stuff and so on in the beginning. That was a huge help to get us started with Twitter and get us going with like all the media content and so on. So that was really helpful, getting us a big boost on social media. Then Ianjo, who I mentioned earlier, who edited our trailer. Then Jonas with the Wowie Jam contribution, of course. The demo beta testers who were kind enough to test and tell us about all the mistakes that they found in our demo shortly before we launched. And then the cross-promo people who have ads in the penultimate section of the game. So yeah. Big thank you to everyone who contributed to the success of this game. Alright, so you can get in here, and actually you're now at the back. You're entering a level that you usually enter later, but you enter it from the back side. So since I don't have the glitch pulse yet, this section is significantly harder to do without getting hit. So I just got hit. I just want to not get hit in the beginning here, and sometimes that happens. Okay. Sorrow Arts asks, can you put a PNG as customization for the player? Or how did you do the face into the player? It looks awesome. I mean, it would be really cool, yeah, if we could just have any avatar support for that. Where you can just upload something to the game files and you can have your own picture. For the full game, I think we want to do that. For now, I just did a bunch of custom avatars to just replace some graphics. And yeah, those are just PNGs that I put together in Photoshop to have custom versions, and then you get all of this stuff. The Jonas one is a little bit special because, as you can see, he's animated. So he even blinks and opens his mouth sometimes. And he can have various states. Actually, let's do this section as Jonas, why not? We're just gonna do this as Jonas. So you're probably not gonna have something with a custom avatar of yourself like this. Hello, Jaleco. Or as we say in Glitcheon, who? You're probably not gonna have something that is animated like this, but something like this here, could be totally possible, where you just upload one PNG and we just transfer that onto the avatar. Would be pretty cool for the full game. Alright, so we have to do this entire section without being able to push enemies away with the glitch pulse. Whew, and that was very close. But yeah, that just makes this whole section a little bit trickier. But I like it because you have to play the game differently. Basically, you always have to bait the enemies in here, and you only have your era platform to defend yourself. Like that. Oh, custom avatar support. Yeah, we would like to do that for the full game, certainly. Would be really cool. Nice. And now that we're here, we cannot actually go up there because it's too high up. But one thing that we can do, and I'm gonna show this off right now, is we can walk through here, and you can only do this if you enter from the back like I just did. So that's a cool little bit of game knowledge, I guess, and you can try this out yourself. And we're just gonna go in here as Jonas. And now Jonas is smiling, look at his face. He was smiling for a little bit there. That's a little thing that I added where when you get this health upgrade, which is what this was by the way, it's a health upgrade, now I have 1 more health. And when you get the health upgrade, your character smiles for a little bit. I think it's just a nice detail. And now we got it, we can go back, collect this checkpoint again, and keep going. All those sounds, by the way, that played during the sequence where I got all the little sounds, those were made in one really fun sound design session where I just did some silly stuff in front of the microphone, and there's like a total of, I believe, 40 of them. So yeah, that's pretty fun. We got this enemy here. I made a custom enemy just for this feature to have this enemy behind the glass as a little bit of foreshadowing for the add enemies that come up later in this level. By the way, I'm going here to show off this section without the glitch pulse. We can actually get up here just with the era platform, but it's a lot harder because these enemies are sometimes a bit hard to defeat without having the glitch pulse. Alright, nice, we got it. So let's get this ability and then actually go back because we don't have the glitch pulse yet, so we cannot surpass this section yet. Woo. And this is really fun, by the way. We're definitely gonna use those in proper gameplay in the full game.
We know your content browsing preferences change depending on your activities, and that's why we are integrating the forum into everything. We pledge to deliver content you won't be able to resist during every part of your day. We're delivering the future you want. Trust us, we know you.
And big eye reveal. Big eye reveal. Alright, let's go. Okay. And I think I'm gonna be Yan again. There we go.
Problem we've been having. Live advertisements haven't been showing up on the sandbox server that you're living in, basically, because there are no real users to get any impressions. IT put some sort of ad blocker in place, and I think that's been skewing the test results. I've given you a little upgrade that should disable the ad blocker when you're around.
Alright. So now we're here and we have the adblock ability. And that changes some stuff. That lets us get to another secret that you might not have seen yet. But it's one that's actually really cool. And that I put a lot of effort into. And Barnacle put together the scene really nicely. So we have this little ladder then that you can climb.
Don't linger on these ads for too long.
And yeah, you shouldn't linger on these ads for too long, I guess.
Is that you? Anyway, it seems like they're opening if you stay on them. So if you can just do a little hop and a skip through here before the malware corrupts you, you won't have such a bad time.
Yeah, and I made these ads sometimes say something when you open them. But just rarely. But sometimes they speak to you. Like that one just said, take this. Alright. But yeah, you can get up here now, is the point. And there's even a sign pointing here saying Neolite Observation Deck, so let's check that out. And yeah, there was a lot of effort put into this little secret section.
Oh, this city. Have you seen this thing? The guys upstairs have really outdone themselves with this. You thought the forum was big now? Well, just wait. We've been dominating. I mean, providing really awesome service for consumers on the internet. Just wait until we can service them in their homes in our city. The infrastructure. I could go on. They've already got an apartment reserved for me. Hey, maybe I'll take you with me, if something doesn't kill you first. Well, again, but like, for the last time. Oh, wow, that sounds ominous.
Yeah, so you get a little extra bonus cutscene here, and a little backstory, along with a kind of nice view. Alright, welcome back, Blender Shrimp. Showing off some secrets in the demo version right now. So this is a secret area that you can only get if you go to the ad block and then come back to the platform expansion sector level, where you get the arrow platform first. And there's a health upgrade, so let's get that too. Nice, we got really lucky with that one. We got wah twice. And when you go over here and you have the glitch pulse, there's actually something to the side over there. But I'm not gonna show this stream. You can check that out for yourself. It's very hard to get to. But if you really go far enough and high enough with the glitch pulse and use this ramp to catapult yourself up, you can get a secret that I actually hid from the entire team until we launched. So they didn't even know we launched with this. Blender Shrimp says, gotta say this though, the game is really polished. Thank you very much. Yeah, we put a lot of work into it. Thanks. I'm glad that's recognized. Thank you. Alright. So let's move on. Because I've got at least one more thing that I want to show off before we end the stream. So we're getting through here. Ouch. Well, good I get those extra health ups. Let's switch characters again. I'm gonna be River for a while. Ow, okay. Well, I'm still alive. But actually this sucks, I got hit twice, let's do this again. Alright. And down we go. Cutscene time.
Are you tired of inconsistent access to your favorite content? Gone are the days of slow internet connections for the #1 web platform you know and love, the forum. Many internet service providers have stepped down and we're ready to fill in their shoes. Some non-essential online activities may be slower, but the forum will be faster than ever. And that's not the only thing that's fast. Trending now.
The device that has the world spinning. Fidget spinning. Alright. There we go. There's the fidget spinner. So this scene is actually a little bit about net neutrality. And let's just skip this. And net neutrality, and you can see all these things in the background, how all the forum links are basically sponsored and they're moving really fast, and all the others end up just going to like some kind of timeout errors or saying the site is banned or something like that. So this is kind of like a little thing about net neutrality and how we must not get trapped in that, and how it can get really dangerous if the big tech companies get all the benefit from the service providers and so on, rather than it being neutral towards everyone. And the fidget spinner is about Ajit Pai, who made this dumb little video where he was advocating against net neutrality, holding a fidget spinner saying, oh, don't worry, you can still watch fidget spinner videos or whatever. So yeah, that's a little bit of a political take here, you could say.
Holy moly. I must have added an extra 0 somewhere. That was a little
No, I always die there. Not always, but sometimes.
But hey, I think this could work if it doesn't completely destroy the simulation.
Okay, well, that was not going so well. I was trying to replicate that thing in the speedrun. That kind of worked. Alright, and now, because we went and collected the ad block disabler first, we can actually go here. And that's a section that leads you straight towards the ending. So that's a little extra section that you can do if you do things out of order like that. It's a little reward for doing that and going back. And here at the button, there's something that you can hear. And I'm not gonna translate that for you right now, but you can check out what this secret audio code is saying. You just have to be able to stay here long enough, maybe make a recording or something like that, and then try to translate what it says. And there's a little surprise for you. It's a little secret. This is for you, exactly.
Is it the secret character code?
You find out what it is. The secret character code is definitely hidden somewhere in the game. I'm not gonna tell you what it is or where it is, but you can find out. Just try to translate it. Alright, you don't actually need that ad. That's just there to be nice. You can just jump across this gap with a glitch, pulse, and error platform jump. And we're loading the final scene. Sometimes loading on my PC can take a little longer than normal, so bear with me.
You good?
Yeah, I am. I'm just waiting for this to load because my PC is just kind of lagging. I don't know what to say. Sometimes I just kind of have to wait for things to get in order, and they usually do, but It might just take a little bit of time. And that's annoying, I know, but I can't do anything about it. I just have to wait. It usually takes 1 or 2 minutes and then it's just back to normal. But yeah, it's a bit annoying that my PC has these problems recently. Yeah, what can I say? It's just kinda not responding at the moment. So the story about that is my hard drive is at 100% use. And according to the task manager right now, it's at 100% use despite no progress using it. So I don't know what was up with that, but yeah. All right, we're back again. All right. Yeah, by the way, all the chat that you posted, I just saw that coming up. Okay, we're back. Just sing a song to avoid dead air. Well, that advice just came in for me. But it was a little too late, unfortunately. Okay, so people are saying, plot twist, the character broke outside the game. Say it now. Say what? Say the code. That's your line. I don't know what you mean with that's your line, but I'm not gonna tell you the code. You can just find it, you know? There was actually one person, and I'm not gonna tell who, because otherwise the person will know, or other people will find out. But there was one person who almost found it, but then didn't continue. I had a short burger break. Yeah, I had a spaghetti garlic burger. Oh wow. But I really just, it's not a big deal. I just wanted to finish this final piece of the game and then I'm gonna finish the stream anyway. Don't want to get this too long. So yeah, that's just the normal ending of the game. Anyway. So yeah, there we go. The forum ran into an oopsie and needs to restart. We're just collecting all your private data and then we'll reset it for you.
So, hi, I'm River, one of the creators of Glitcheon, and
you felt you were close. What did you do, Lucas?
A little too much there. Well,
how close were you?
We're just 3 indie. So
okay, thanks, River. Yeah, you can do all these things. You can go on our Discord. It's in the description. You can go to our Steam page. It's in the description. You can go to our Twitter. It's also in the description. So do all those things and also go to our demo page and play it if you haven't yet. I'm just gonna say it all now. Also subscribe to my channel. Blah blah blah. All right. So yeah, there you go. Cool. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching and for sticking around all the way to the end. That's very cool. Thanks for the support. As I said, join our Discord server. Wishlist Glitcheon on Steam. I can finally say that. Wishlist Glitcheon on Steam. And follow us on Twitter. You can also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That's always appreciated. And yeah, I think the next stream is going to be another review stream again. I will announce that probably in a week or so. And yeah. That's basically all I gotta say right now. I hope that gave you a pretty good look into our data and how our launch day went and so on. I think it's going pretty well. Could always be better, but you know, it's going pretty well for us, and I think as a result, like before the launch, we were basically saying we'll see how well the launch goes and how much attention we can get from the launch, and if it does well, then we're gonna make the full game bigger and we're gonna spend more time on it, and if it doesn't do well, then we're gonna maybe not even finish the full game at all, or maybe not continue working on it. But I think it didn't go that badly that we won't work on it any further. I think we will go on. And yeah, I don't know. It will take some time for sure until we get the full version out, because you can kind of play through this version from start to end in 4 minutes, and we definitely want to have a longer full game in the end. And we want to have more content, and we actually have a lot of ideas that we want to explore. We just now our job has to be to figure out what we want to include and how we want to include it, and also write a proper story, a proper plot, and so on. So yeah, we're gonna finish the stream right here. So thanks again for everyone who's still here, and I'm gonna say goodbye. Have a good night, evening, day, whatever it is, wherever you are. And yeah, enjoy. Bye bye. See you next stream.